Hello, this is Victor. I'm here in a new live. See if it's working. Just checking everything is working well. I cannot see myself yet. Okay, since I know it's working well, I'm going to check my cell phone as well, just to check. Here and checking that everything well. Just one moment. Live. I hope the sound is arriving correctly and that the music is not too high. Just let me know in case something is not working well. Since that everything is live, I need to. Okay, so I will put my cell phone somewhere. I can also see the live comments. Let me see. I can stop the advertisements. It's a little place. Right, just a moment to find a place for the cell phone so I can check the camera back to position. And those should be everything ready to start. So here we are in a new painting live. We are going to be painting, you can see here at the side, some nobblers. Okay, so we are going to be painting these nobblers. These are part of the warband of the black powder. This guy, I will do this guy. I will paint it in a tutorial in a different video. And today we are going to paint nobblers, and maybe I will also keep working on the Stormcast Eternals. Okay, so we have one. I just put in this base so to be able to fold it. I've been working recently as well on the. I'm working on a lot of projects at the moment. I've been working on this on the X-rays, and I start as well working on these ones. Here you can see. So a lot of projects going on. I try to and I try to keep some specific projects just for this, just to share. So you can see here on the side how the X-rays are coming. Okay, so this is what I'm aiming for all of them. See, they're really nice miniatures. I'm really enjoying painting them, and I think they're great. I like how they look like. So this is the how the Stormcast should look like once they are okay. So more. I'm doing this more for Warcry than really for Edge of Sigmar. And if you want to see it, I also been painting the parrot. I guess if you follow my channel, you have seen there was the last weekly live was the parrot, and yeah, I'm just going on with this warband. I want to have them all of them painted, and as well finish with this small project on Nighthound, and then we will change the project. So I like to have a long project. As I said, the Stone Contenders will stay there. Also, if you follow my channel, you know I have painted Gondis, the dragon from the uh, Stone Eternal. So now I will stop the camera that I'm in. Let's see, this is one. Stop this one, and we can focus on the painting on the table. So we can focus on what we have on the table and start painting this thing. Okay. So yeah, if you're joining, feel free to add any comment and just let me know how it arrives, how the sun arrives and everything. So we are going to first, I like to start with the base. And another thing I want to talk, I'm testing some new brushes. I bought, just let me show this, because this can be quite interesting. So you can see I have here these brushes with, I cannot read the brand, okay? These are Chinese brushes. I bought them very cheap. So I bought, let me show you all the batch I bought, because you were buying, so there was a zero, a double zero, sorry. There is a one, this is two ones, okay? This is a number seven, this is a big one for tanks. This is a number zero. Hi SX, good night. How are you doing? A number two. Yeah, we have all of them. Okay, and here we have as well number three, a triple zero, a six, and a six. Okay, so you buy these random brushes, all of them. I bought all of them for, I think was €2 plus €2 of shipment. So I'm testing them because they are super cheap. The big ones is more for vehicles or something like that. But the triple zero, the double zero, I'm testing double zero. It's quite good, and so far I'm quite happy how it's working. So you can see here the double zero. So this is a big bunch of brushes for almost no cost, right? So I'm very curious. This is why I'm testing them, because if it works, I will do a video just to talk about them, okay? But I've been just painting with them this week. I just received it this week, and I've been testing them, and so far so good. So they keep the tip quite sharp. They are quite soft. The but um, they are working quite well. Okay, so I don't have any complaint on them. Put some more light here, and I'm quite happy how they are. Don't worry, yeah, I understand that not you cannot be on all the lives, right? So I was painting. I think the last week was painting the miniature from the metal miniature from Reaper Miniatures, the Ghost. And today we'll be painting some Nobblers. I will painting the Nobblers from the Warband of Black Powder, the one that are the pirate Nobblers. And I will be at the same time testing these Chinese brushes live, so you can see how they work. And I have to say I'm quite impressed because I said this is about 10 brushes for €2 plus €2 of shipping. So for the cost of nothing, almost you have yeah you have I'm paying half euro for brush, right, including the shipping. So if they are lasting some, yeah, if they just last for some weeks, they are good enough. So I'm thinking to order more often because you can have. I ordered two types. I ordered these ones, and then I ordered another ones that are, I don't have. I have it there, the full from the box. I also ordered all these, same cost. These are more for they are more specific. These ones, you have a very thin one there. You have this one that is more like for all type of painting. I was thinking to test this one later on, but you have two that are very sharp here as well. These are more look like more makeup. They have no number, so they are, you don't know what is equivalent. Then there is this one, this thing that I think can be also interesting. The metal thing. So again, this another batch was, I don't know, about 4 years as well. We have them all. So I bought them in what's called this in Wish. Okay, and I will give my opinion once I use them for a little bit, right? So but so far I can recommend them. They are very cheap and I don't have any problem. So I need to check this better. So, how are you doing, Essex? Everything going well? How is your art project going on, moving on? Yeah, yeah, I need to check as well in Amazon because on Amazon you can also find good opportunities for brushes. I was hesitant, but to be fair, if you pay this price, even if they last very little, it's cheaper than paying the big price for the expensive brushes. So I don't know. You keep the expensive brushes just for very specific work, and you do the main job with very cheap brushes, right? So this is my idea. And here I have a problem with this paint. It's not well mixed. It's strange how it looks like. It's, yeah, this is. You see, it's not looking good. Let me take some paint here. And I like a lot this Maca Fresh. This is ideal to make clear stones. Okay, what to finish it? I just need to paint it now. Okay, nice. I don't hesitate to put pictures in the Facebook group. I will. It's always fun to see projects of other people. So these little pirates is a nice warband. It's a nice warband. I like it. And then, so what do you think? Have you seen the reveals from the Adepticon? I was thinking to talk about what we have seen in the Adepticon, and then just to share the opinion because I think it was quite a lot of things to talk about. Some more interesting than others. So we can start, for example, with Necromunda. I think Necromunda, yeah, some I have, I don't know what Necromunda. I like the new Warband, who looks like. I'm not too convinced about the new terrain, but maybe was painted. And I like a lot the quick jumping riders. Okay, well look. I did not have the opportunity to look at Facebook today, so I will make a look what you have put later on. Thanks for letting me know. I will make a look later. I did not enter. Normally during the weekends, I don't go too much into Facebook, and yeah. So I like a lot as well the quads for the. I think it's the for the Orlocks. My brush. you can see the tip of this brush is good enough. You can pick up very nicely the details. And just now looking for these coins that are here. And I will need to put Lamia medium here because it's a little bit too glossy in this thing. Okay, only these 1/2 coins on the base. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the renders people that is looking interesting. I'm still hesitating if I will go or not for this expansion. I like a lot the new miniatures. I like a lot them as well. So the terrain is the only thing that I was doubting. They have so much terrain that, yeah, but I think can be also interesting for some, even for, you can make almost orc buildings from these things. I think if you put some clap on top, I think they also can be quite interesting for orc buildings. What do you think? I think you can put some crap and can be like a, you can make almost a orc type of camp with this. I think something that it's feasible. Then we have, after that they share, I think it was Blue Ball. Well, we can talk about the Blue Ball, the new Blue Ball Warband. I think looks, I love it. I like it a lot, the new Warband for Blue Ball. Well, Warband, the new team, the new Norse Blue Ball team. I think it's very nicely done. I like a lot the woman players, and I think they did a great job on the new. And I like a lot the little wild boars with the beard or the small barrel at the back. Yeah, this is also very interesting to put part of the terrain on top of a vehicle, orc vehicle. So this is quite a. Yeah, I know that the orc players, they are also looking for opportunities. To improve your vehicles. Yeah, and I think you also can make like a orc camp together with the kill team terrain that was released. I think adding this with the fort, you can do quite interesting orc battlefield. So really Necromunda, yeah. I know some Necromunda players are not super happy. They were expecting a train or something like that. But at the end, it's not a bad box, I think, from my point of view. Just this, and it deviates from the traditional imperial type of architecture, right? That we have a lot of it already. This guy have a big rope around, and I did is a nobbler with beer. So I'm painting it with camo green. I like to make the nobblers with quite pale skin. Sorry. The rush. some water. So, did you like the Norse team for Blue Ball? So I think they did quite an interesting team. Also, the Wolfen on this team were quite nice. Strange, I'm looking here, I cannot see the chat. I cannot see the chat. Sorry, I have problems with. I see the chat in my computer, but I cannot see it here. No, I can see. It was not. It was frozen. The chat. It's strange. Ah, yeah, yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah, here no, we have to be choiceful, right? There were some interesting releases and what we want to pick up. So I was thinking more on. Yeah, I'm also thinking on Necromunda. It will not be on time for my birthday. That is next week, but maybe I can save some money. Right. Then we had the Imperial Knight, the Chaos Imperial Knight in for Warhammer 40,000. That was I like it a lot. I like a lot the new Chaos, and it seems that they will release a box with the two Armigers, the two new Armigers, and the new Imperial Knight. Oh, Chaos Knight. The Chaos Knight was also very interesting. And finally, yeah, and then we had the thing that was more disappointing for me from the reveals were maybe the Age of Sigmar thing. I did not like this magical creature that they released on Age of Sigmar. I don't know if it was the paint job, I don't know, something, but I did not like too much. And the terrain, I'm not super fan of that terrain either. So I hope you don't have to buy everything to get the book. Because I'm not interested in everything. Yeah, no, but I have chaos, so I was thinking it's maybe time to have some reinforcement for my chaos. Also, I have to take into account that I started in 40,000 playing chaos, and in second edition, chaos was not as today divided in armies; was just one big thing. So I'm thinking about. For me, was looking interesting, and also I'm thinking. So yeah, I need to again. All depends. I need to think it twice because oh, it's Necromunda or it's the Chaos Knight. There is no money for both things at this moment, and no time to paint everything. To be fair, but I would like to have some Chaos Knights in the future for my Chaos army. Because I don't, I have it for my Imperial part, but not for my Chaos part. So, but I find it very nice the new design of the Chaos Knight, and also as well the army gears. I like it a lot. Some of them, some of the heads are they look very interesting to me. All depends what is the at the end, what at what cost they release these boxes. So yeah, they were quite. Yeah, I agree with you. I think the terrain from from Age of Sigmar is very strange because they wanted to reuse some terrain that they already have, but the new things that they added, it was not matching, and then you have this type of um, magical creature that is like a familiar that you have linked to one of your characters. But I did not remember if it have to be or not a sorcerer. And then if this character die, then it's you have to link this creature to one of your heroes, and then anyone can get it. But I did not like the miniature, to be fair. I like the part of the terrain that is the thing with the water, the one with the water falling. I like this piece of terrain, but the rest I'm not super fan. And I have a lot of terrain for Age of Sigmar because I just collect the Mortal Realms, so I have tons of terrain. I don't need more terrain at this moment. I have enough terrain pending to be painted, so I really don't want terrain. Maybe I'm interested on the rules, the new rules that they will release, but not really on the terrain. And I hope the book can be bought separately because if not, I will not go for a box. It's not appealing to me, especially knowing that there will be things that are more interesting at the end. So yeah, let's see. But if it's just a box and I have to buy everything, it's not going to be for me. And I agree with you. I don't have. I think they have put too many different things together and does not look like a coherent box. So, and then we had the Horus Heresy reveal that they only reveal 2 miniatures. I still don't know what to do. I don't think I will go into Horus Heresy. But on the other side, I already have miniatures for Horus Heresy from the Betrayal of Khal and Prospero Born. So I'm still balancing what to do there. I'm still balancing what to do there. But I'm not convinced of starting on a new game. In a new game system. Maybe I will just buy the basic box. I like to collect the miniatures, but I don't know. I don't know what to do there. I'm not planning to play Horus Heresy, to be fair. I think I have enough game system. I'm involved in enough game systems to get into a new one. It's called Black Powder, and he is the boss. He's the last warband released by for Warhammer Underworlds. So it's this ogre, okay? This pirate ogre that looks like Blackbeard. Okay, I will paint him inspired on Blackbeard. Then you have these two nobblers, and you have a parrot and a monkey. And I like it quite a lot. I like this guy. I like a lot the nobblers. Nobblers are really fun miniatures. So I'm painting them in very light green, and then I will put a shade. So this way I like to go very pale, and then the shade will give the dimness, the depth that I need. This paint is I have to keep putting water on this paint because it was quite thick. He's wearing trousers. But he's not. He's just wearing a bandage on the foot. One foot. Dash. The torso, I think the torso on the other leg is the total area to end. It's broken. Just over the knee. Yeah, nobblers are smaller than a Kvetching or smaller than a Goblin, but they are not as small as a Snarling. In Blue Ball, they have a strength of 1. Okay, so they are very close to the Snorling. These are the same that are in Blue Ball. They are even smaller. These Nobblers are really small in Blue Ball. I will know that they have. So you can see they are really small in Blue Ball. But of course, they are super stunties. not as the Snorlings. Yeah, they have the same strength in the game. They have the same strength as the Snorlings, just strength one. But I don't think they have the ability of the Snorlings to always dodge into at 2+. Now it's been for a while that I don't play a game of Blue Ball. What I've been playing more recently is Warhammer Underworlds. But it's been for a while since my last game of Blue Ball. But these Nobblers, yeah, this is why maybe this is the reason why I did not advance too much on my Dungeon Ball teams. Normally, you get more motivated on the games that you play, right? If this is a game that you're not playing that much, then you maybe are not that motivated. Although, I just think maybe it's the game that it's been the longest since my last game. But these are pretty small miniatures. Yeah, well, and they have the wagon, and they have they have some dirty tricks, right? The Snorlings. They had some dirty players, and then on top they can swarm the field and put more players than the other teams. I think the green skins are quite fun with all the different types of green skins. They bring the fun on all the games where they are. So the last thing I want to talk from the reveal is that we also have seen some flashes of what will come with Chaos, and it seems that the Chaos Space Marines will have, but that they will have two wounds. This was more than expected, right? All the Marines have two wounds, so it will have been quite stupid not to do it. In the Chaos Space Marines, but they will have two attacks base, it seems. Yeah, having a game is a big motivation to play. And then when you play, you see new ideas, right? For to increase the army size or the team or can see, this Nobler already fall down. More likely was launched by one of his teammates because the Noblers are always next to the ogres, right? Even in fantasy, they were as well part of the ogre team. Yeah, but this is the thing. Why did not have they do a lot of facts and a lot of updates and so on. Why you don't flag that to put all the marines at the same level? This is the reason this is the things I did not understand. This was quite a I guess because they want to tweak the point and so on, but also two attacks is quite interesting. So 2 wounds, 2 attacks, it's quite a good deal. Let's see how many points. But it's curious because they have updated the Volter for everybody and the Flamers and so on, but not this part of the profile. So maybe I will go back to my origins soon, to Chaos. Because it's not because of the wounds, it's because I like they will have no rules for Crusade. That is how I like to play them. So, and to be fair, on Crusade, you want to play armies that are on 9th edition with the Crusade rules, because it's when you really enjoy all the flavor of the Crusade rules, because they have all the specific things that they can use. So I'm thinking once the new Chaos book is released, I will start a Black Crusade myself. It's time to despoil the Imperium. Let's see. Yeah, I think well, they have to give something, right? They are normally the Chaos Marines. They used to be veterans in war, right? You want to make a little bit different from the other Space Marines, so they don't have the ability of the Space Marines to have an extra attack when assaulting. So I guess they give this them permanently. But most of the times, you just need this extra attack on the first round of combat, right? There are not too many combats that are lasting their run after run. Taking advantage that I have here the paint, and then I will do. They will be the Nobler Knight. I think. This guy have a broken bottle with him. and he's intelligent enough to wear a helmet. But he's not enough intelligent to not be on the field together with ogres. They have really big ears. So the other warband with an ogre also had some nobles with him. So these ogres always have nobles with them, helping them. Maybe they are more intelligent than even the ogre itself. But it should not be easy to be that small next to ogre that can crush you in a moment. Yeah, I guess they are not the most intelligent, but I guess they are more intelligent than their bigger companions sometimes. The goblins are normally more intelligent creatures, especially the shamans and the bosses. They are more cunning. At least in Nature Sigmar lore, they're starting to be the goblins are more intelligent. Or they think a little bit more than the orcs. Because the Iron Jaws, they look very narrow-minded sometimes. They just want to go there and crush enemies, and that's all what they care about. Okay. One. Let's do level two, then we will change to another. We have another one with helmet. But with these big ears, it's difficult to have a helmet that is sweet for you. Yeah, yeah, it's the same here. We're also changing the time here. 2 o'clock becomes 3 o'clock. So we are losing one sleep hour. So tomorrow, I guess we are going to wake up quite late. Yeah, today I was so tired that I did a good 1 hour and a half or 2 hours of sleep this afternoon. I just lie on the bed and I was instantaneously fulminated. I fall asleep very fast. Then I just wake up 2 hours later. Next week, I need to see if I will be able to do the live because I will have my mother is coming from Spain to Belgium, so and I will take a couple of days of holidays. This guy is wearing a what is one leg? I think it's just broken the sock. It's here. Yeah, they don't wear shoes neither. These guys. They just go with directly with this bare socks or bare feet. Why to wear shoes? Okay, another one. The last one of the team. I had a cold the whole week. This is why my voice is sounding a little bit strange because I'm still coughing a little bit. Now I'm much better, but I had a quite a strong cold. My little one was at home for 4 days as well. He had a fever on top. Was not COVID. We were tested and was not COVID, but we had a strong cold. So yeah, you stop wearing the mask and then you get sick. When I say shoes, I mean sports shoes, of course. But yeah, these guys don't care. They, this guy has not even helmet, so they just go to the field to die. Or to be used as a projectile against the opponents. There's another way to stop the ball, right? You just launch one of these guys against the ball carrier. He's jumping and asking for the ball. Normally I imagine the Novlas are like almost in the orc teams. Are they because in the orc team I'm realizing, especially in the Black Orcs team, the goblins are the ones that are scoring the most of the touchdowns. Normally you use the Black Orcs to hit the opponent, to block and then you use the stunties to go between the legs of the opponent and score the goals, right? Or to launch the stunties to the touchdown. Yeah. A lot of people had a cold here in Belgium as well. So I think there is like a type of outbreak of cold. Yeah, there was some people affected by that. Okay. Let's go back to the pirate. We can keep the football players here on the side. But I like quite a lot this guy with the beard. I'm going to use. Yeah. Well, I will put it on the scope. Yeah. But they don't have normally they don't have hair, so I don't know how he's where this beard is coming from. But we are going to do something with that beard. Let's use now. I'm going to use Arab's Dunes, and I'm going to do the robe on Arab. Sorry. Now comes the question: what happened when a green skin is suntan? Does he become darker green? It becomes browny? Or nothing happens because they don't have melamina and they are not reactive to the UV. Yeah, I guess it's a squid bear. I'm wondering what color to paint this bear. what color to paint the beard. We do it black, maybe dark green. Or we do it red. He's the red beard. We have the black beard and the red beard. Blue. Blue is also interesting. It's going to be terrifying blue beard with the hooked room. Searching for treasures. Trying not to be killed. Let's wait that this dries. I can go to his companion. Now I realized that he's not wearing his. The jacket is open. This is a tricky thing, yeah? Blue. The jacket is open and torso is exposed. He's exposing his mighty musculature. Scare the opponents. Oh, what a pity that the laptop just died. Yeah, I hope this does not happen to me because if not, I cannot do the lives. Because doing the live on a cell phone, yeah, then I cannot share what I'm doing. But my laptop is also not in the best shape, right? So I need to be careful as well. Now we go back to this guy. I'm going to check with him what to do with the skin. And I think I will apply this one, the Canothian, camo shade. What a, yeah. I hope they can repair it. Do you have good repairing shops in UK? Because here in Belgium, each time I try to repair something, they always come to me and say, "No, this thing is too old. It's not worth it to spend time and money on repairing." Then I try to repair a tablet. And in Belgium, they always come with the same. I don't know. We cannot repair it. But it's quite disappointing. Because the kids know it. I'm crossing fingers, doing for a long time that I I did not have to repair any tablet. There was a period that my kids were breaking them quite often, especially from the connector. So, we need to buy a new pot of this camo shade. And running out of it. I need to put it in my chair for the next my next shopping when I do my next order. So I have some weeks that I didn't order anything because I'm not into the Elder. I just want the quality because I have the Harlequins, but I'm not into the Elder now. And yeah, I'm not into the 5 layers neither the Idol. That there are some weeks that they don't release anything that you are interested in getting urgently. And I think I will need to order the white dwarf because I will subscribe it, but I think I renew my subscription too late to receive the one for this month. So let's see what they will announce tomorrow for the next week. Let's see. Then we will continue. Oh, lucky you, because the one we have here next to my home always come to me. No, no, we don't. I don't. We don't think it's worth it to spend time on this. We put him a fancy red jacket. I will go for a fancy red jacket. Let's make a fancy red jacket for to him. So we're going to use flesh tears red. They will give a fancy red jacket to him. I will paint him like the small version of the big guy. And there's a hole there I will need to paint green, so I will try to keep the hole painted so I can, I don't know, I don't forget to do it later. My mobile is running out of battery. Let's do my thing. Just one moment. My mobile was complaining. Okay, problem solved. We have this Corsair. Terror of the Coast. I really want to put this warband. I really want to start playing with this warband. I think the mechanics of this warband in the game are not the best. They are quite convoluted how they work some of the things, but I like a lot the look. So I'm hoping to use it soon, maybe after. Now we will have the Eastern stop here in Belgium. Kids will have 2 weeks of holidays again. So this is the reason why my mother is coming. Stay with the kids a little bit. Again, well, because it's my birthday and she likes to come for my birthday. These bases are molded. All the bases from Warhammer Underworlds are molded from. All they all have their own bases. For example, this other Warband, it has also its own base. Okay, so they do a nice job on all these guys, and yeah, all the bases you can see. This one have the net, is carrying the net and have the net there on the base. So they are really doing a very nice job on this, on Warhammer Underworlds. I like it a lot, that the base is part of the miniature. Some people don't like it, they prefer to have the freedom to do the bases they own. But for this one, that are small warbands, and you only need to, I think and to be fair, the cracking is nicely done. I'm quite happy how they look like. The only thing is the the contrast gives a little bit of shiny, and I will need to put some contrast, some Lamia medium at the end. So this skeleton, all this was part of the miniature. So I cannot put any. I'm just painting it. Sometimes what I do is I add some turf here and there to even make the base a little bit more interesting. Especially, for example, on the Sylvanet, on the one of the Sylvanet warbands, I add some flowers and turf to make it even more, to even add on what was already sculpted on the base. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Good to have a couple of days to relax with the family. I will be painting as well because I always painting is my way, my therapy. I would say. I mean, painting is good for my work-life balance. I really need it. So, but it's nice to have some holidays ahead. I'm going to do. I'm going to dry brush a little bit of one color here to make the sun lighter. Because the sun normally is quite on the beach is very light except when it's wet, right? At least in the Mediterranean, the sun is almost white in a lot of places. I will keep the other part. I will do the same on this guy. Just a little bit. And I will now I'm going to yeah. Yeah, painting is my way to disconnect a little bit every day. The time to you don't think about the time not to think you are focused on another thing. That to be fair is giving me a lot of joy as well. And it helps you to forget about all the stress and other things that you have in life, right? Helps to keep your mind balanced, ready for the next day. Also, it's important to have all this gray plastic painted to justify that we are spending so much money on this gray plastic. But I think it's a very good therapy. These are playing games. It's for me the way to disconnect. Never being the type of person that goes for party every weekend. I understand there are people that prefer party or something differently. Go dancing. My way to distress is more calm. Is more painting, right? But I think it's important that everyone have their own way to deal with the stress of the life, right? Have a way to escape from the daily life. Have something that you can do that is giving you joy, and is helping you to at least to clean up your mind for some time, right? During the week or during the day. Some people like to go running. I think it's important to have this type of distractions for the to have a balance life. So my way is painting. What people will say is running. What people will be go to the gym. So, as I said, it's good to have your own way. You have to do something that is motivating to you. And you have to find this hobby yourself, right? You should not do what other people is telling you what to do. I think it's important. It's very important that you choose the hobby. And if you are in the miniature gaming, also it's important that you do what you enjoy in the miniature game. You know, sometimes there are parts of the hobby that I like more than others. And some people will like more reading than painting. Do what you like it. And it's your hobby and it's your time. Yeah, the social aspect is also very, very nice. It's it helps to meet a lot of people. Now we are creating a new, uh, little by little, but I'm working to create a new Warhammer Underworlds community. We used to have a very nice community before COVID, and it fell apart during COVID and so on. And now I start meeting again people that plays Warhammer Underworlds, and we try to make some regular weekly gaming. So this will be interesting. Let's see. I'm working. I'm working now to create a new, to be able to have again a new gaming community to meet with. I think it's important because yeah, you spend so much time painting that also I like to put them on the table, right? And to share with others. Then, of course, people can give you ideas how to improve, how to do the things differently. You put, then it's a journey. Yeah, I agree that there are other hobbies that can be much more expensive. It's not a cheap hobby, but it's not the most expensive hobby either. I mean, if you are even if you are in photography, you will also spend money on camera and computer and software to play with the pictures. What I like of this hobby is a part of painting miniatures, you're touching a little bit of a lot of things, right? In my case as well, because I try to make pictures and post in YouTube and so on. It's also you also have this part, right? I mean, going a pub, going to the pub every weekend is also expensive, especially if you want to start making cocktails and so on. It's not cheap. Having dinner outside is also expensive, so it's. I mean, everyone have to judge where to spend their money, and I think to have a way to express yourself, it's nice. The end miniature painting is another way to express yourself, right? We'll wait that this washes dry a little bit. We'll put some more wash on these guys. We'll also do the skin on these guys. This one is starting to be my favorite Nobler, the falling down Nobler. I need to start using him to be a star player in my team. Maybe I should start thinking about going for him. It's been for a while that I don't do any of these background videos. I have the feeling I should do more of them. Because I like to make these little histories. It's another part of the hobby that I like to do from time to time, inventing short histories, short backgrounds for some of my miniatures. Uh, I like to watch Formula One. It's something, but I've been a little bit disconnected the last years. But I used to be quite a fan of Formula One. Of course, I'm not. It's just watching Formula One. And I used to like. I like a lot as well watching films and TV shows. I always had I got a lot of appealing for all what is science, fantasy, and science fiction. Uh, Since I was a kid, I was playing a lot with my was my Playmobil, not the Argan Boys, well called. I was playing them a lot, imagining futuristic worlds and making wars, and then I was playing as well with a brand in Spain that was Tente, was a copy of Lego, but in Spain. It's not existing anymore. And I was doing a lot of these type of Lego things, and imagine my things and really creating my little battles. So I was playing a lot of that when I was a kid. And yeah, when I discovered Warhammer and BattleTech and so on, say, okay, this is the way how you grow up and keep exploring your imagination. And the first time I played role for me was a blast. So I always had a lot of affinity for science fiction and science fiction and fantasy. Sorry. So then there was I also like a lot hiking, but now I'm not doing it a lot. But I used to do a lot of hiking, especially mountains. Was doing that a lot. In the Pyrenees, I did a little bit on the Alps. Here in Belgium, we just not. Yeah, my wife isn't too much into that, so I'm not doing this recently. But hiking was playing golf. I never played golf. I never played golf. Oh, I think that we will try to do again when we have good weather is doing some rides in bicycle. I think it's a very nice. We do this normally on holiday period. It's quite fun. Do this in family. Riding bike. We all go riding bicycle. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I did not. I stopped playing BattleTech when I started playing Warhammer 40,000. But the other day I need to share this in a video. The other day, searching into my old files, I found a folder from the 90s where I have a photocopy of the rulebook of BattleTech, Aerotech, and CityTech that was from FAS at the moment. And I have as well the let's call this the data sheets of the mechs I was using. So I think I need to do maybe a bit on that. Once for me was like finding a treasure at home. I didn't even know that I still was keeping that thing. There's just photocopies because at the moment, yeah, my friend bought the game and I just photocopied the rulebook. I was not able to afford to to buy the full game at the moment of time. But I remember I spent full summer playing mainly Biotech and Battletech. And I was creating, then I was really spending a lot of time creating my own mechs because there were rules how to create your own mechs and how to design them. I spent a lot of time creating my own mechs and making and drawing them. So this was my starting point. But when I started in BattleTech, they were on they were carton things, eh? They were not even I didn't even play with plastic meters. They were these carton standings that but you had the drawing of the mech there, and they even released some white of them where you can draw your own mech. And I was playing before the clans arrived to the inner circle. I started playing Battletech, the clans were not existing yet. The Omnimex were not existing. Then some years after, the Omnimex appeared, and we keep playing a little bit. But to be fair, when we start playing Warhammer, we stopped a little bit Battletech, and then Battletech disappeared. But Battletech will always have space in my memories because it's. And maybe one day, I'm pretty sure if I will be able to play again. I'm quite sure I remember almost all the rules. Unless they have changed a lot, but at least the rules I was using, I I I will not have I will not need too much time to remember them again. It's not a bad system. Was a little bit slow. At least the one from the 90s was a little bit slow, but it was not a bad system. Let's do I'm going to do the stuff like leather. I'm going to use a black leather. I'm going to use Zygor Brown. Here it is. Yeah, the schools were not the best. And the point is, the first designs were nice because they were based on the designs. They had a lot of designs from, I think, was from Robotech, from the manga or the anime. But then later on, they start making very strange designs, very weird, and as you can see, and as you say, very clumsy. And by aesthetics, I was more appealed at the end to Warhammer 40,000. So I always like a lot when I was a kid. I always like a lot board games. I was playing a lot board games with my friends and with the people there. And when I was playing a lot a game called Stratego when I was a kid. But then when I was introduced to role gaming, for me was a blast. So I started first with role gaming. I was playing um, Middle Earth, the game on Lord of the Rings, and I was playing as well. I was master of RuneQuest. Played a lot of RuneQuest and Dungeons and Dragons. I think was second edition, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. We play a lot of this. Then this was a lot when I was on high school, just before university. Then when we started going to university, we start finding less and less time to play. And at the same time, I start gravitating towards Warhammer 40,000. Some, yeah, it's that I lost a lot of contact with some of my gaming group for different reasons. Not because we had any argument or anything like that. Just everyone take different directions in the life. So, this is something that I did with my father, Scholastic. We were even in a Scholastic club for 1 year or a couple of years. We did even some competition in Scholastic, playing with the tuning the Scholastic cars. There you can also spend a lot of money, yeah, because you have. I remember people buying a lot of engines and just testing them to see which one was the fastest. There were several categories on the Scholastic. You can, yeah. There are also you can also invest a lot of time. Then we were doing training once a week, try to get better. Scholastic is quite fun. I have this mechanic side. That it's quite interesting. I also remember, yeah, you have to change the tires and look for different tires. Oh, it's quite tricky, yeah. When you go all these things, when you try to go to the competitive side, they becoming quite tricky. What will red beer or blue beer? I'm still or orange. I think I will do orange. I will use the grip form. I think I will put orange beer because we contrast very a lot with the green. No, we'll put orange and then we'll do a wash with red. Okay, and I will maybe make a look on that because this is something interesting and yeah, as I said, I love Formula One. So Scholastic is the easy way, right, to do car competition. Use red. One. So, and I remember this club were doing like 20 hours competition, 12-hour competition. I was participating in one that was a 6-hour competition racing. And I think it's long enough. But I was more on the circuit speed because then there were the rally competition as well. The rally was it's chronometric. It's against the time, right? The time track. Yeah, 6-hour race you do it with another person, so you can have some can rest, right? It's a teams of two. If it's a 24 hours race, it's a team of four, if I'm not wrong. So you can split when others are running. And normally, what you do is, but you're not resting at the end. What you do is you are on the circuit, and if someone, yeah, the point is when you are not racing, you are helping the others to put the car back in track. And when it's team racing, so you help your teammate put the car back in the track. Because of course, it's very tricky. This. Using now the same all green camo shade, like camo green, then using the death wall forest green. over here together with this one. So I'm using the highlight for the highlights. I'm using now these two colors: Alwyn Camo and Clear Khaki. And on the shades, I'm using this one. That's Wood Forest. And I'm now wondering if I do the eyes or I don't do the eyes because they are so small that I don't think it's worth it to do them. They're too small to paint. Okay. Good. Complete. 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 I almost, yeah, I almost went last summer because I was not far from there during my holidays in France, and I was thinking to go. Because I've been a couple of times in the Formula One in Spain. Because my father likes a lot car racing, and he used to be volunteer on the circuit in Catalonia. So he had free tickets for Formula One and as well for the bikes for mm, MotoGP. And yeah, I went. I think was 2 times to Formula One, and I really enjoyed. I went when Michael Schumacher was doing well, just before Hamilton era. So I think I see Hamilton on the first year. It's so different to see the races on the circuit and seeing them because it's all the atmosphere that is fantastic. I agree with you that it's you can go to the track to the circuit to watch. What I like on the car racing compared to the football, for example, is that there is not, yeah, this type of comfort that you have sometimes in football, right? The bions that sometimes you see in car racing is on that. You don't see that. There is not a risk that you're going to be beaten because you have the flag of another team. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. With the back of the ears and realizing that I forgot. I have to say that the way that Games Workshop is sculpting the windows, it's helping a lot to paint them. Because the rope is just a contest paint, and I don't think I will do anything else on the rope. I think with just the contest, it's looking fantastic, and you have a lot of texture. Of course, on the skin, I want to spend a little bit more of time to give more depth to the skin, but I think the rope looks perfect with just using Agar's Dunes as a contrast. There are some contrasts that are very good and are helping a lot to reduce painting time. If you don't have Agar's Dunes, then another way to do is to use, you can use, if you want it a little more whiter, the rope, you use Flake One Flash and then you apply Seraphim Sepia, or if you want them darker, you apply Agrath Airshade. And the other way is to apply, let's call this Samezi Desert, and then you do a wash with Agrath Airshade or as well Seraphim Sepia, depending how dark or lighter you want the rope to be. Wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, in Formula One, I was a little bit far from the cars. Following a Formula One is becoming too expensive to go. And they are starting to be too abusive with the prices. know, for consistency, I think I will make the tabard in red as well, like the jacket of his colleague. When I find the red, of course I have to put it back to the right place. No, I cannot find the blood filch. Here it is. I think I should start thinking to go to bed, because it's going to be 3 o'clock soon. I mean 2 o'clock, but technically 3 o'clock, right? But I've been quite happy with this session. I think I advanced quite a lot with the painting of these guys. And I think with a little bit more of time, I will have them ready for battle. Huh? I will visualize this. So quite happy as well with these brushes, these cheap brushes from China. As you can see from this painting session, they were working quite well, no problem. So, of course, I only use it for a couple of sessions. Yeah, yeah. I think I like the orange because it's very contrasting with the green. And at the end, red, no, because what is the color I'm using for the clothes, right? So you want to find something that is a little bit different. This guy in the game have the rule to fly because he's using the hook, the rope. balance away, to balance to swing over the battlefield. I like that they put this. But they like on the nobles, they always give them. You always have these nobblers. It's a little bit like the Snarlings that they have. Some of them they have these strange tools that they give some personality and special rules to them. Let's put some nails to this guy. Yeah, I know I need to check what is the durability of them, but so far so good. Let me just do the last thing, because this guy is almost done, and then I will work the other one later on. I'm going to put a little bit of red wash on the beer. And then I can highlight the beer later on. So yeah, I think I will finish here. I really appreciate that you have joined for this night. But yeah, you see, the clock just changed directly to 3 o'clock in the night. So yeah, I will need to go to bed right now. So let me just put on my camera to say goodbye. So I really appreciate um, if you have joined here, and if you're watching this later on, yeah, I will also want to thank you for for this. Yeah, I really appreciate the people is watching my videos, and it's and my the main purpose is to have chat and to hobby, and as well on my tutorials to help people on the painting journey, right? Because sometimes can be a little bit daunting, difficult. So my main objective is to show that this can be a fun and can be easier than what looks like. So yeah, Essex, thanks a lot for joining tonight. I really appreciate uh, that you were here and having this conversation with me. And I hope you have a great Sunday tomorrow and a great rest of the weekend. And looking forward to chat more in the future with you. So, yeah, thanks a lot. See you again later. Bye.